What's up, nail geeks? I am back with Glam Polish's Meet Me in Paris collection. This is a 10-piece set inspired by the city of Paris. I'm coming at you guys with a few videos early this weekend for the following weekend so that next week I'll have pretty much quite a bit of time, hopefully, fingers crossed, to work on the PPU video, which is going to be another big one. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is we'll always have Paris. This is described as a pastel pink acrylic with tiny blue flakies, platinum flakies, gold flakies, and aurora shimmer. So all of the polishes in this collection, they absolutely give me this very pastel-y sort of vibe, and they're light and just very delicate and very, very pretty. So I think for the most part, most are going to be perfect at 2 coats for these, and you'll see the way I'm applying. I'm going in what I consider normal for myself. The brush that's on Glam's polishes, they are what I consider on the skinnier side. So even then, I think if you load up the brush, if you have a wide load nail problem like myself, I think going in normal to a little bit heavier is going to be perfect to build it up and give it a nice plump acrylic appearance. Now these dry down quite flat, so I'm going to suggest a really good glossy top coat. And next is Sensational. This is a pastel teal acrylic with tiny purple flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and shifting iridescent flakes. So again, we have a nice pastel shade. This is really lovely too. Again, these are all very crelly-like formulas. So again, 2 coats I think is perfect. I think I took this entire collection to 2 coats and I had really good coverage with them. Now, dry down time, as I stated previously, I am going in what is considered normal for myself, which might be considered a little on the heavier side for some, but dry down time is very quick with these. So I have had a couple questions in, I do read comments, I do read emails, all that good stuff, asking between my coats and my top coat, how long do I wait? So for swatching, I'm going a little bit quicker, but when I'm wearing polish in real life, I typically am watching TV when I'm applying, so I'm nowhere near my nail desk, and I just go in pretty much at my leisure for that. But for swatching, I do test out dry times, and it's maybe a minute or 2 in between my coats. And next is You Had Me At Bonjour. This is a pastel yellow acrylic with tiny rose gold flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and aurora shimmer. So kind of going back to the dry time that I was just talking about, again, but when I'm swatching, it is just a few minutes. Sometimes I will wait if a polish is particularly thirsty or flat drying. I will give it maybe another 2 minutes and maybe like check my messages or something on my phone. That way I can get that top coat really in there. And that's kind of what I did for these, because these all dry down very flat, very crelly-like. I didn't have any problems in terms of texture, but they are going to need a little bit of help to get them nice and plump and glossy. So I'm actually using a different top coat than normal. I will be sure to list all that stuff in the description box if you're curious. And next is A Very Good Time. This is a pastel lavender acrylic with tiny green flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and aurora shimmer. So again, going on with the pastel sort of vibes, 2 coats is perfect. I really like how each of the polishes in this set, they have just the slightest bit different of the components in them. So whether it's a different blend of flakies that are being used or the addition of shimmer, all that good stuff, I really like how it's just a little bit different to kind of go along with their base colors. Now, again, on the second coat here, you can see that it's plumping up really nice. At the risk of being a robot that's repeating herself. Again, these really build very well. The only time I can see anyone really needing to go to a 3rd coat is if your free edge is definitely longer than mine. I could see you might need a little bit extra polish to give you full coverage. And next is Oola. This is described as a pale pink acrylic with tiny purple flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and shifting iridescent flakes. I really liked the color on this one, and those of you who are flaky fans, I think this one's going to be up your alley. It definitely has that nice iridescent sort of flaky feel to it. It's not so loaded up with flakes that you don't notice the base color, however, so the pastel pink base color definitely takes center stage here, and everything else, all the little flakes in this one, definitely kind of just amp it up a little bit. So again, 2 coats and you'll be good to go. Really easy peasy coverage for this as well. Again, I'm gonna sound like I'm repeating myself consistently, but these are very, very similar in how they apply. And next is Bon Voyage. This is a pastel green curly with tiny purple flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and aurora shimmer. So this is one of those types of greens that are so pretty. I so love pastel, somewhat vibrant sort of greens. I think they're really flattering against my skin tone. I think they're really lovely, and this time of year I'm always going for pastels and very, very bright colors, neons. Those are my favorite things for spring and summer to wear. I just always gravitate towards them. Now, I really liked how on this one you can kind of see that the blue flakes in this, they're very, very small particle, and it gives you that almost speckled egg appearance. So really cute, and again, easy to build up. Now on Bon Voyage, I did find that this one, it was just the slightest bit of a thinner consistency than the others. So this one, if you have a free edge like mine, you might need that 3rd coat. And next is I Don't Give a Notre Dame. This is a pastel periwinkle crelly with tiny rose gold flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and shifting iridescent flakes. So the official description says that this one is a pastel periwinkle. I do agree with that. However, I think depending on your lighting, it's going to look, have this more purpley, pastel purple, I should say, appearance to it, kind of like what you're seeing on the video. So as you build it up, I think you'll get a little bit of that somewhat blue tone to it. But in my opinion, I think overall this leans as a very light purple. Now, again, we've got really nice flaky action happening here, and I really, again, like that the flaky ones in this collection, they're not so flaky filled that that is the center of attention, but it's more of this pastel iridescent sort of effect. Now, again, you are seeing a glossy top coat on my full hand shot. And next is Eiffel in Love. This is a pastel gray purple crelly with tiny red and purple flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and aurora shimmer. Now, the red and purple flakes to this one definitely, in my opinion, play up against the aurora shimmer. So I personally think that in person, the way this is going to appear, it's like it's a dusky sort of grayed purple, but it almost looks like it has a stronger shimmery sort of appearance with it. And I think it's, again, just the shimmer and those tiny red flakes playing up against each other. So when you're in very bright lights, you'll definitely see that reddish, almost somewhat purpley sort of shimmery effect. And it's almost got a bit of this somewhat rainbowy looking appearance with the tiny flakes in this one. And next is What's Not to Louvre. This is a white crelly with tiny rainbow flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and aurora shimmer. I really liked this one. Definitely gave me this jawbreaker sort of vibes with it. It's what I would consider, yes, a white crelly, but I do think there is a dusky sort of undertone happening with it. So I think there is a very subtle, almost like a dove gray sort of lean as you build it up. And that could absolutely be because this is loaded up with those little rainbow flakes. It is very cute, and it just reminds me of like a hard candy of some type. So again, 2 coats is perfect in my opinion on this one, and it built up really nice, plumped out excellent, and self-leveled really well, especially for being a white crelly. I tend to be a little more critical on those as they are one of my favorite finishes, and you can see on that 2nd coat, everything is leveling out really well. And lastly, we have La Vie Louve. This is described as a white crelly with tiny purple flakes, platinum flakes, gold flakes, and shifting iridescent flakes. So this one, in my opinion, when you build it up, it almost takes on, again, this very dusky sort of white. I do think that it could be the flakes, once again, playing up with that base color, but I found that when I took my hand away from my swatching area, away from all those bright lights, I think it had just the very slightest bit of a lavender undertone to it. But still very much leaning on this dusky sort of white in my opinion. Now this one definitely has quite a bit of that iridescent effect. Once again, with all the flakes here, they are of the somewhat larger particle size compared to the others in the set. And what's really going to take your attention is those gold flakes, in my opinion. So really cute, and I think it just meshes really well with those teeny tiny little purple flakes that almost look like glitters, but they're absolutely flakes. Now the Meet Me in Paris collection will launch Friday, April 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And this month we also have a promo again. For the first 72 hours, you can save 5% off all individual shades with the code PARIS5, or save 10% on all full collections with the code PARIS10. I will break all this information down below for you guys and link you to the Glam Polish shop if you want to check that out, and the Facebook fan group if you want to see additional swatches, all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.